the earth it shakes. The water is rising in the lakes. The clouds they gather, the winds tonight. I can feel it in the air, it's coming all right. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Inhale as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Storm warnings flash across the screen. Nature's power in all it seems. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. To like and share. Say hello to David and Mark. Get ready, the show is about to start. Keeping you informed at every update so you can stay safe and feeling great. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share. Flash across the screen. Nature's power in all it seems. Updates flowing through the feed, bringing you the news you need. Feel the thunder, but don't fear the night. Weather and wisdom is by your side. Rain and hail as it pierces the air, but don't forget to like and share.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Dave. How are you this afternoon?
I'm pretty good for who I am. So How are you doing?
I'm not doing bad. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Yeah, it is. It's hump day. So,
Yeah.
anyway, we see the camel running around here somewhere. But anyway, Anna George says hello, everyone. And Tammy Tatum's on, says hello. And Debbie Soxy, hello. Blackheart 502, a good friend, Joe. I ain't seen him in a while. I wonder where he's been. Says, hello, Thunder Buddies. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm also hoping the storms aren't severe over the next couple of days. And Mark, well, let's talk about that. What do you think?
Well, we are under a marginal risk tomorrow and a slight risk on Friday. The main threat seems to be straight line winds, and yeah, I'm not really seeing that much of it. We'll have to wait and see. It could happen, but it'll be very isolated if it does
That would be on Friday.
on Friday.
Well, we're hoping that it stays halfway decent. There's our good friend Harley. I ain't seen her in a month of Sundays on here. Hi, Harley.
Yeah.
And Bonnie Sykes says, hey, guys. Ruth Cornelius is on with us, says hi, Mark and Dave. And Sia, of course, says hi, everyone. And Anna George says, hey, David, Mark. Wow, it's good to see everybody. I'm really glad to see you guys. Ruth is saying hello to Harley. So everybody's missed you, Harley. Glad to see you on. And it does look like we're going to have some scattered showers and maybe some storms um, on Friday, because that's where the slight risk comes over us. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Basically, there's an upper level trough that's kind of sagging down,
Right.
and the area potential for it's kind of like a cold front, but it's across the bottom of the trough, and as it sags on, it's going to be over us more on Friday, and then sag south of us for Saturday. Our chances for rain and thunder showers will continue for several days, but our temperatures will cool down a little bit, at least from the middle to upper 80s where we're at right now, down into the lower 80s as we move on in the next week.
Yeah, and they have an event going on downtown Hopkinsville at Founders Square. They've got the uh, squealing on the square. Is that?
Squealing on the Square. It's a barbecue competition.
Yeah, yeah, that ought to be a lot of fun with some good food. Bonnie and Shane Farmer, how's Logan County look for the 400-mile yard sale? I thought, is that this coming weekend?
That's this coming weekend as
Oh,
well.
wow.
And again, showers and thunder showers possible all pretty well all through the weekend. Maybe Sunday night. Well, there's still a slight chance of showers on Sunday. Temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s
Hmm.
starting off, and then dropping into the lower 80s as we go through the weekend.
Yep.
But again, that showers and thunder showers are persistent. Those seem to be pretty prevalent this time of year.
Yeah. Yeah. Harley says, I missed all y'all too. And yeah, we're glad to see her back. Anna George says, is there food? There's always food at Squealing on the
Squealing
Square.
on the Square,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's
Best
barbecue.
barbecue going.
Yeah, boy. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I've put a cough drop in because I have a feeling I'm fixing to try to cough a lot. But for some reason, I've
Yeah.
got this.
Gerald says he took on a new role at work and he's on
Ah,
day shift temporarily. He'll be back to second shift in a couple of months,
hmm.
possibly.
Um, Anna George says, "Oh no, I may head down there." She's heading down to the.
Well, that's on Friday,
Yeah,
and I think they're going to be cooking through the day, and then they'll start turning their stuff in to be judged in the afternoon and evening. But I'm sure they'll have food available by then, probably after 3 o'clock. And they'll also have a band playing down there for the afternoon and evening hours.
it'll be hard to beat the music we have on this channel here lately. I tell you, we've got some good stuff going on. I've got a new song coming out. Uh, it's about weather spotters and all that kind of stuff. There's Jennifer Lewis. She says, hey. And Harley says, hey, Ruth. So she said hello to Ruth. And I think they kind of like each other. Anyway, I don't
Yeah,
know. But we had a new camera we were looking at. Where was it? The one
kind of
over.
two of them down there. Yeah, there's one right there by Kentucky Lake, and there's one right there by Dover.
Let's look at this one here by Kentucky Lake. Mary Vorder says, we have a swinging pig fest too on Friday. What you know? Everybody's, them pigs better be heading for the hills. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
beautiful shot. That's Kentucky Lake, isn't it?
That is Kentucky Lake. That's pointing to the west, and it's a really pretty shot.
Mm-hmm. You can see a little bit of the remnants of those the smoke from the wildfires too. And Ruth Cornelius says, "I like everyone, David." Yes, you do, Ruth. I believe you. Anna George says, "Everyone get their dancing shoes on Friday." Oh yeah, for the
squealing in the square.
yeah, for the band. 92 degrees there in Stewart County, though. That's pretty doggone warm to me. I'm just not I'm not a hot weather person. But anyway, let's look at this other one over here at Dover. Oh wow, another nice shot.
That's awesome.
That's Barkley Lake there.
That's Barkley Lake, or the river that runs into Barkley Lake, which would be the Cumberland.
Yeah. You see some clouds building up back here, and you see they're puffing up. They don't appear to be hitting a cap mark. Is that a sign of things to come?
I think it kind of is. Seeing signs on the radar over that way that there's not much of a cap. Right now, the main storms are generating over in Missouri and Arkansas and up into Illinois, up over in that direction. And they're going to be kind of slow to progress down this way.
There's our favorite moderator. Well, we got several favorite moderators, but there's Eric Brake, a good moderator who takes care of us. He says, "Hello, David, Mark, and chat. Like the stream, and I appreciate you guys. If you would like it, it would mean a lot. And plus, we need some subscriptions. I only need about 40 or 50 left, and we're going to hit that 8,000 mark, and I'm really wanting to hit that pretty soon. You guys make me feel better if you do that." Ruth says, "Yeah, the humidity is back in the Houston area." Bah. I agree with that. Anna George has howdy, Eric Brake. And Eric does a great job here on the channel with us. He has been a very loyal moderator. He keeps the folks from getting out of hand when they start getting a little rowdy out there. So you got Eric. I don't see Dave on with us. Dave's another one that's always been good with us. And
we'll give him a few. He'll probably be on.
Yeah, he will.
As soon as he realizes we're on.
Yeah. So give us a rundown. What do you think the severe is actually going to be like? Let me see if I can go over here and look at. Well, first thing I want to do. Hold on. I want to look at Zoom Earth real quick.
Okay.
And let's see if we can spot those wildfires. I'm going to put this into motion. They are coming from somewhere up in. Well, there's one right there. You can see that pretty plain on radar.
Yeah, you can kind of see the smoke. It's underneath some of the cloudiness.
There's one right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they're still burning out of control. And this is all wilderness area too,
It is. There's lakes up in there, but usually I think if anybody's going to fish them, they usually have to fly in to get to them.
Denise Darnell says, "Good afternoon, setting somewhere on Kentucky Lake. I think it's called Southern Comfort Campground."
Sounds good.
Yeah, I've never called it a campground before, but okay. Chris B says, "Hopefully it'll cool off tonight before the kids come outside for the games at VBS at church tonight. We got it going on till Friday. I'm a volunteer at Vacation Bible School all week."
Yeah.
Well, we know where he'll be if the storms get bad.
Yep.
I'll look out here in the Atlantic. I'm sorry, the Pacific. I know what ocean I'm talking about, but looking for, they don't look. This doesn't look to be as wild as it did back in the fall and winter, did it?
Well, as the summer months go on, the winds tend to get a little bit lighter. So we don't see them as well defined up that way when they're trying to come in. Of course, you're looking at clouds there. If you were looking at the winds, it might be a little bit easier to pick out.
Let me look at the wind here. That would be a better idea. Yeah, there's looks like there's the Aleutian low. It's really weak though.
Yeah.
And there's another impulse getting ready to come on shore, but really I don't see anything too outstanding out there. Anna George says, "I was thinking about the drink." So was I. Susan Stamper, "Hello, you guys." Sia Core says, "I'm exhausted right now. I don't even know why. I haven't done anything all day." Yeah, you have. You just don't want to admit it. And see, Chris Meacham, I'll still be helping with that and trying to report to y'all on the storms as needed. I can multitask. Yeah. Tammy Tatum says, Dad and Ruth Cornelius, how much of that is volcanic ash? And, that's something we're going to be having to contend with over the next little bit as some of these volcanoes really continue to take off. And I hope
especially have you seen all the activity at Mount Etna?
No, but I have seen some pictures, and it is definitely interesting. Going back to the radar, there's our good friend Allegra Payson. She says, hi, David Mark. Hi, Allegra. But what will happen if we get a lot of ash in the atmosphere, which it looks like we could, it would serve to cause the atmosphere to cool a little bit. And, it doesn't have to cool much to make a big difference. So, I don't know. It'd be something interesting, which may be something that may affect us going on into the fall and winter months. And, we're already looking at a kind of an unusual summer. I think that what we'll see is as the summer goes on, we're not going to see too much of a real string of hot weather. Now, today was pretty doggone warm. It still is. It was enough to make me feel uncomfortable. Say, I need to go back. Tammy Tatum said, Niagara Falls. Shame on you, Tammy. Yeah, we'll look at that here in a minute. But the thing of it is that I don't see this pattern we're in where we're getting hot and then we get cool again and with showers in between. I don't see that letting up at least before mid-July, if then. It could go on even longer than that. If it does, then this will be an unusual summer for sure, because it'll mean that there will be fewer.
Now, some areas will get hot. They'll probably have a good heat ridge down in West Texas and that general area several times where they'll get some really, really hot, high temperatures. But as far as up in our area,
I'm talking about our area, what you're seeing here on the radar, this whole region here, Kentucky.
A lot of times we get up in the low to middle 90s or even upper 90s a lot during the summer and for long stretches. But it may not happen this year that much. I'm not saying we won't get above 90. I'm sure we will. But it probably won't last for a long time when it does.
Well, there are 3 more volcanoes erupting in the United States. 2 of them are in Alaska. I forgot where the other one was, but it's up in the Northwest as well, which are also spewing ash into the atmosphere. So far, none of them are big major eruptions yet. Oh, the other one was Mauna Lea in Hawaii.
So it's really been erupting.
Yeah, so it's erupting too. So, but it doesn't spew a lot of ash. It puts up a lot of lava, which actually adds land to the islands of Hawaii. So, it's not all bad, but it is a concerning that there's so many of it, and then we watch for earthquakes because a lot of times that's associated with volcanic eruptions and upheaval in the Earth's crust. Yeah, a little concerned about our New Madrid fault that lies along right in this area here. But so far, everything's okay, and we're all good. It may be another 50 years before we get another big eruption on the New Madrid fault, or it could happen tomorrow. So, you just need to be prepared. And everybody that lives in this area, whether, we have a lot of dangers facing us, whether it be earthquakes or tornadoes or floods. I mean, it's just one thing after another. But, we're going to deal with it. And we always have, and I'm sure we always will. So nothing to be overly concerned about, but it is enough to make you want to get your emergency preparedness kits in order. It's better to be prepared. What is the saying you usually have for that, Mark?
Yeah, if you're prepared for it, it's less of an emergency and more of an inconvenience.
That's right. So make it an inconvenience. Don't make it an emergency to you. So try to get your home emergency kits together. Think of what you're going to need and prepare for it. So let's see here. Evan Miller says, hi, Evan. Good to see you guys. Amanda says, I hope not. And Anyway, let's see what else were we going to look at. We were going to look at. I tell you what, we were going to
Well,
look
we're
at.
looking at the potential for tropical development,
Yeah, let me find that. That
because
was
that's going to affect us a little bit more than anything else here in the near term, anyway,
yeah. We've got
as in
that
the
under.
next
Is it
couple of months.
COD?
It's either under COD or tropical tidbits. You could probably pick it up on tropical tidbits on the GFS because it's out on the far end of that.
Okay. All right, hold on, and let's take a look at it while we got it up here. Pull this down some so we can see a little better. Okay, this is June 5th, which is what, Friday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Friday's the 6th.
Here's Friday.
Yeah.
And you
There's
see
that
it?
little,
Yeah, it's a little.
lots of showers around, and that one little one is probably be what our severe weather chance is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not too impressed.
Yeah, I'm not either. It looks showery more than anything. It doesn't look like it's going to rain everything out down there for the squilling on the square, but it does look like it could get some rain. And let's move on down a little more. Let's keep looking, because what I'm looking for, this is, I think, the 8th. That's Saturday. Yeah, I believe it is.
The 8th would be Sunday.
Okay. I'm moving on in time now. I want to go through and show you
Mm-hmm.
the tropical system we're looking at. This would be the 13th. And you got to remember, the temperatures are cooling about this time, especially around the 13th, if I'm not mistaken, down into maybe the upper 70s.
Could be, yeah. That's what we were looking at earlier.
Here's June 15th, which is a special day. Come on here. What did it do? Just switch over to another model run?
Yes, it did. It just started the 18Z model run. So you'll have to go up there and select the 12Z to get back to the full one.
Okay, hold on. 12Z? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let me go before I was so rudely interrupted by an update. Okay. I'm on June 7th, so I need to really go on up. I'm going to put this thing in motion. That'd be the easiest way of getting to it.
Yeah.
So here's the 9th.
Scroll up a little bit so you can see the Gulf, so you can see it come in.
Oh,
there.
yeah. It's the 15th. And there we see it.
There it comes.
Look at this. It's going to come up. It's going to hit the west coast of Florida the way it's projected right now. But now this ain't where. Yeah, there it goes.
It bounces every run. It either decides it's going to be Florida or Texas. But in the end, for us, it ends up in around the same spot.
Yeah, so it's still going to affect us. Anyway, we'll see how this plays out. I'm not sure. This is way out in the models, so this may all change. We'll just have to watch this and see. But I'm giving you a little heads up. This is on June 20th,
Yeah.
So that's way on out there.
Yeah.
And
it may bounce around on the exact track, but it has continued to persistently show the development of a tropical system down in that area for that time frame.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. Sia Core says, someone please give me a good excuse not to go fold laundry. Evan Miller says, hello. Evan Miller says, what's up? How you doing? Eric Brake says, Sia Core, I'll give you an excuse later when I get around to it. Oh, my goodness. Those two, they're not right. There's our good friend, Cindy Shelton. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. This is Wednesday. What you got on the menu today, Cindy? She's at Ma's Kitchen, one of our favorite places to eat. I'm going to get back over here where I belong, back on the radar. Okay. But yeah, Ruth Cornelius says hurricane season. Yeah, we got to get ready for this season. And yeah, it looks like this is going to be a pretty active season. I think they said, depending on who you listen to, is 22 named storms. So that's a lot. And the peak is September the
16th.
Is it the 16th? Okay, September 16th.
I think that's what you said was the 16th.
Okay. Cindy says liver and onion and salmon patties. Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness.
I should have gone before we got on the air here. Now it's going to be too late when I get off. So Sia, of course, says, hey, Cindy, you should get connected with Uber Eats so I can have some of that catfish. Evan Miller says, hot dog sounds good. You haven't had liver and onion salmon patties from Ma's Kitchen, because when you can't go to Mama, go to Ma's. That's
right.
That's such a good saying,
That's
too.
right.
I love it. You know, while we're doing this, we might as well go ahead and run our little commercial spot here. Take a look at this.
That sounds good.
Yeah, let's do. Welcome to Ma's Kitchen in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, home of the $1.50 made-from-scratch sausage and biscuits. Load your plate with Kentucky classics, fried chicken, salmon patties, Salisbury steak, and sides like baked beans, mac and cheese, and fresh hot rolls. And don't miss our barbecue chicken, potato salad, and brown beans. Our brownies are made from scratch daily, bursting with rich chocolate flavor. And don't miss our old-fashioned pecan pie, a Southern classic. Located down from Harbor Freight at 3022 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. When you can't go to Mama's, come to Ma's Kitchen. Boy, I tell you, that says it all right there. I got hungry just looking at that. The $1.50 biscuit. I mean, nothing better in the morning than a good old homemade sausage and biscuit. And I mean, they have the best around. But $1.50, you can't beat that price. Now, I got to tell you, we're See, of course, says, I'm starving now. Thanks. Daryl Bass says, sorry, came in late. Sorry if you covered it, but what's the Thursday, Friday severe outlook? I'll get back to that here in just a minute, Daryl. So we are talking about some severe weather, and this is going to continue for a while, too. I'm afraid that our severe stuff will go on for a little while. You've got to look into getting you a storm shelter. Take a look at this.
It's the middle of the night, and tornadic storms are approaching. The nearest public shelter is miles away, and they don't allow pets. You should have purchased a Mid-South storm shelter. Mid-South storm shelters offer you the security of having your own shelter at your doorstep. These sturdy and roomy shelters come in below-ground or above-ground styles. Both styles accommodate 10 people comfortably and will give you peace of mind anytime severe weather threatens. When the weather gets severe, have no fear with a Mid-South storm shelter. Call today at 270-725-6020. Mention the promo code Weather and Wisdom and you will get $200 off. Financing is available.
And don't forget to take advantage of that promo code. There's our friend Dave on with us. Says real feel is 99 degrees. Hi, everyone. Hey, Dave. Good to see you.
Yeah, try to stay cool up there.
Yes, sir. So also, if you've got a problem with your roof, as some of you do out there, because you're keeping Michael Vance real busy. I hardly see that guy anymore. I used to talk to him all the time. Now I never see him. He's so busy. He's got teams out going here and there, trying to get everybody taken care of, whether it be commercial or residential. You got to call Michael Vance if you have any kind of roofing issue. And he also has Lakeside Campground Marina. And I mean, we're going to look at that camera here in a minute. It is absolutely beautiful over there. The birds are flying around it. The water's calm and boats are going by. People are skiing. Oh, I just can't take it. I'm going to have to go over there one of these days. But there's a website. Visit lakesidecampground.com. Give them a call. See if they've got a vacancy and get over there and enjoy it. And I don't want to forget my good friend Katie Moyer. Love her to pieces with Kentucky Hemp Works. Take a look at this. If you want to give yourself an edge in catching fish, you have to try Kentucky Hemp Works Fish Attractant. It is so easy to use, even a child can do it. A drop or two on your bait will yield amazing results.
I got him.
Make your fishing trip memorable. Catch lots of fish with Kentucky Hemp Works Fishing Attractant. Look for it in our online store at dpww.shop. Supplies are going fast, so place your order today. I tell you what, we're fortunate to have such good sponsors. I believe in every one of their products. They are absolutely the best there is, and I wouldn't have them on my channel if I didn't believe in them. I'm proud of them. There's our online store, dpww.shop, and also has a link to Shop Weather and Wisdom, where you'll find all kinds of apparel, jackets, all kinds of stuff. I might have to get me, well, I ain't going to get a hoodie right now, but as soon as the weather gets cool, I'm going to get me a hoodie. So, oh, my goodness. Tina Sweet's on with us. She says, Welcome to Ma's Kitchen in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Stop that. It hit the wrong button again. All right, let's try this now. What in the world? There. I'm going to have to work on these buttons. I'm going to have to get John to help me with this. If something ain't right with them, and every time I punch it, it gives me the wrong thing. But anyway, Robin Nicola Keiko says, hello, David Mark. Good to see you both. I love how I can just roll her name off my tongue now. Just as easy because I can pronounce it. Hi, Robin. And there's Barb Riggenberg. Hey, if it starts to rain, you will know I have ventured out on my broom. Barb, I can't believe you. I'm glad to see you, though. You need to come by and see us. I miss you. Stephanie, Boston, Kentucky girl says, hey there, Miss Ruth. If you're talking to me about my birthday, it's not till August 20th. Ruth says, hey, Miss Barbara. And Ruth says, I was Stephanie. Oops, LOL. Stephanie, Boston, Kentucky girl says 20th, I mean. So Barb Riggenberg says, hey, Miss Ruth. But they're just, everybody's just all old friends on here. I swear. It's just like, now, Chris Meacham, I'm going to have a talk with him. He says, Taco Bell for dinner. Chris, the only place to go for dinner here is to go to Ma's Kitchen. I promise you, you will love it, love it, love it. Tammy Tatum says, orange sherbet time. Yeah, that sounds good. Brandon Daniel, my good friend Brandon says, howdy, everyone. Remember, with the storms and rain coming, make sure to get down to Finish Line Car Wash and check out our new low prices for both single washes and memberships. Hey, I will vouch for them. They actually are. I'm trying to get them to sponsor me. I haven't been able to get over to the right person yet, but they actually do have great product. My camera's switching around. Get back over here. It's trying to make me run off to the side here. Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, a little more centered. But I took my vehicle through that car wash. You remember this, Mark. It was really dirty. And when it came out, it looked like it had been detailed. I was just so impressed, and it lasted a while. I swear.
Yes.
I'm going to have to go back and see them again here one of these days. But I tell you what, they do have a good car wash right there at the Finish Line. It's down there next to, it's, what do we call it? What is it's on Fort Campbell Boulevard. It's across from McDonald's, I guess, down there, right?
Got a corner across from McDonald's. It's attached to the same parking lot as Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
And where the old Big Lots used to be.
Right. And Nancy Show Power says, hey, Diane Harrison Darnell. And okay, I think everybody's made the introductions. And okay, Brandon says by the old Big Lots building. That's true. I remember that being in there.
All right, let's get back to the weather here for a minute. Because Tina Sweet was asking about today and the evening forecast, and somebody else was asking about the severe chances.
Yep, go ahead.
So this afternoon, we're going to still be hot and hazy and smoky with a high in the upper 80s. We're looking for a high of around 87. Tonight, we start picking up chances late tonight, early tomorrow morning, really, for chances for showers and thunder showers. That gets up to about 60% tomorrow and about 70% on Friday. Our severe chances, we're under a marginal risk for tomorrow, a slight risk for Friday. Both those are for straight line winds out of a thunderstorm, not a widespread coverage of either one. We could get showers and thunderstorms anytime through there, but really, I don't think it's going to be a washout either day. So go prepared to take some cover from showers or thunder showers as they roll through, and then continue on with what you were doing.
Yeah, Barb says she's going to swing by here soon, so we're looking forward to seeing you, Barb. Ashley May Orton says she's just trying to get someone else to join. And hey, if you guys get a chance, please go and subscribe to this channel. It does help us a lot, and all you got to do, it's free of charge. It don't cost you a dime to do this. They may ask you for your email address. It's okay to give it to them. They won't contact you, and you won't hear from them. All that is so they can make sure you're a real person. And but it'll go a long way to help our channel. We do need it. I'm trying to reach the magic 8,000 mark. We're only just a few away from it. So if you don't mind, please go and subscribe if we're performing a good service for you. If we're not, then heck, I guess you don't like me. But anyway, and I see these showers breaking out along this frontal boundary. It's the stalled out front, it looks like, Mark. Is that what
and those are sweeping up toward the north. They're not really moving our general direction that much. They're mostly moving northward.
The overall system, I guess, is moving a little bit towards us, but not very fast. So more than likely, we're not going to see any of these tonight. It may be tomorrow. Let's see. Is there anything strange going on in space we need to know about? I don't think so. We did get past that. Solar storm has finally diminished. I know a lot of you had headaches, had all kinds of weird things happening to you, and that was because of that solar flare we had. The geomagnetic storm was a very strong one. A lot of people were able to see the northern lights. They say some of them saw them all the way down to the Gulf Coast. I didn't see them, but our atmosphere was pretty smoky because of those Canadian wildfires. But anyway, it was a little bit strong. Okay, Dave says, lime sherbet, yum, yum. You guys got to quit talking food. What time is it? Is it time?
It is 5:11.
Oh, my goodness.
5:12 now.
It's
So
past my supper time.
yes, it is.
Anyway, so let's take a real quick look around at some of the cameras we got.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's see how. Let's look at the elevator camera, see if it's still up and going. And it is not. Well, that's nice. All right. What about Barkley Lake? Come on. Let's try Lakeside. I knew Lakeside.
Yay.
Yeah, Lakeside's up and coming. Beautiful, beautiful even, but it's 88 degrees there right now. And you see they're mostly cloudy. A little breeze blowing because you see the water moving and everything. But that is such a nice place. You guys.
Yep.
Yeah, Ashley's Bay Orton says that explains the major headache. It does. A lot of people were experiencing a headache was the most common symptom, but there were other things like vivid dreams and I know my sleep was just kind of weird. I don't know. I wake up and say, what, huh? Where am I? But but it is pretty much over. And I'll be honest with you, the sun is looking like there's no other major sunspots. Once these rotate around, we may actually have a blank sun. We will see. Carol Odd Lorenzi says, what will the weather be like Saturday and Sunday, please, Mark?
Well, Saturday, we're still looking for chance for showers and thunderstorms, probably around a 60% chance. And then high is going to be in the lower 80s. So it's not going to be a washout of a weekend. There's going to be chances for showers and thunder showers around during the days and probably even into the overnights. But there's not going to be a lot of the heat as much as we've had. So we're only going to be in the low 80s. So it's not going to be too bad.
Howdy, Blankenship. We'll see. Ashley Orton says, I woke up a lot the past few nights. That does explain it because I have been spending those sleepless nights as well. Harley Blankenship, she said she actually had headaches too. And so, yeah, now you all have an explanation for what it probably was causing it. Tammy Tatum is waving at us. And Ruth Cornelius, I was at Mom's. Yeah, I had a slight headache, but lots of vivid dreams. And, yeah, that was one of the things. I did have some pretty weird dreams. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, the dreams, the headaches, a couple of other symptoms. I'm trying to remember what some of them were. But whenever we get those strong solar flares like that, you usually will get something of that sort. Here's the I-24 and 6880 exchange camera that's looking west. I-24 would be off to the right, but this is from the WKDZ studios, and we thank them for allowing us to use that. And then here's downtown Katie's. Again, it's a pretty nice day. All around, just kind of cloudy, hazy, and things of that sort. Harley Blankenship says, I always have vivid dreams. I'll bet you do, Harley. Hey, those vivid dreams can be something, I'm telling you. Don Lord, and I will bake a buttermilk pie, too. You're going to bake a buttermilk pie? I've never heard of that. Yeah, Ruth Cornelius says to hydrate when the flares come through, and I think she's right. I believe I did see that you need to drink more liquids, more water and stuff whenever there's a solar flare going on. It's really strange because you didn't really think about solar flares causing you problems, but they do. I've been doing some reading about it, and especially with this last one, it just seems like that it definitely. Okay, Dave. Thank you a lot. He says, I dreamed of a buffet of food and desserts. Me too, Dave. Boy, you guys are making me hungry. I'm starving, and Harley's laughing at us. I tell you what, it's good to be on here and have fun with everybody. It really is. I'm going to try to get out of here though, because now you guys have made me hungry. You know that, right? Because all this talk about buffets and buttermilk pies, and I've never heard of that, but it sounds interesting anyway. And Dave is there laughing at us. You guys are not right. Let's see. Ruth Cornelia says it brings in lots of brighter light. And Tammy Tatum, so does DP, LOL. And Donna says, maybe I will bring you and Mark a slice of the buttermilk pie. Have you ever had one, Mark? Have you ever had that?
I don't know that I have. It sounds intriguing.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind tasting it. I'll try anything once, twice if I like it. So anyway, I've eaten pretty much everything that can be eaten. And then some things that maybe shouldn't be eaten. So, okay, so I'm talking over the top of it. Ruth Cornelia says food and weather. Yeah, they kind of go together, don't they? And,
yep.
Sue Cotton would rather have a homemade chocolate pie. Dave says he's never heard of it either, Donna, so you're going to have to make enough for everybody. Everybody wants a piece of that buttermilk pie to try it. Hi, Lisa Murray. She says hi also. Man, we got a lot of people still coming on with us. I enjoy talking to you guys. Please be sure and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Again, it doesn't cost you anything to do it, and it helps us immensely. I'm going to take a look at one more camera. Where is that? Let's look at Irwin. Have you looked at it lately?
Last time I looked at it today, it also looks rather smoky and hazy.
Oh, it does. Yeah, it's pretty smoky.
That's how the Smoky Mountains got their name, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, I think so. Denise Darnell, will you be available Friday? I will be here Friday, but we may be busy with the severe weather. We're just going to have to see how that plays out. Mr. Booker, however, is going to leave. He's going on vacation. Man, never mind.
Actually, I'll be in Richmond, Kentucky. My grandson is in Special Olympics, and he's going to be over there competing at the state level Special Olympics in the wheelchair softball throw.
Good. I hope he does well. Let's see. Karen Rainwater's buttermilk pies are absolutely delicious. Well, there's somebody else. Cindy Shelton over at Moz says, we do buttermilk pie in the restaurant sometime. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that. I'm
right.
anxious to see what it tastes like. Maybe I can talk Donna to bring me a piece or something to try it out. But it does sound good. I guess I'm just hungry. What are you going to eat tonight? Yeah, I'm talking.
I don't know.
No, I'm talking to you, Mark.
Okay. I don't know. It is free pie night at O'Charlie's.
Oh, man. I knew he was going to say that. I swear. Okay. William Guston says, have ever had a cottage cheese pie? They're good, too. I have not. I've never heard of that one either. Wow. We're going to have to start a Weather and Wisdom recipe book or something. That would be kind of neat. Judy Walton Newton says, hello, David Mark, joining us on the Facebook simulcast over on the Facebook page of Weather and Wisdom. And I appreciate you guys, but I'll tell you the truth. I am hungry. I'm getting ready. Okay, wait just a minute here. Sue Cotton, I love Old Charlie's. Ruth Cornelia is making pizza. Lisa Murray, I'm doing hot roast beef sandwiches with mashed potatoes. Oh, golly. You're killing me.
Okay, that's our cue.
Listen to his stomach going. My stomach thinks my head's cut off. So, but I do love you guys. It's nice talking to you. And Stephanie is wishing good luck to your grandson, Mark. And she says, that's wonderful. And we all do wish him luck and tell him we all said so from the channel here. And
I sure will.
Anyway, so thank you all for joining us. I think the world of you, and I'll plan on seeing, excuse me, see my stomach is already growling. I'll plan on seeing you, let's see, tomorrow's Thursday. I'll do a Facebook Live tomorrow. And then we'll look at Friday. I'll be doing something on there with you on Friday. And anyway, I'll plan on seeing you. And so, Mark, any last words?
Everyone, enjoy the time you've got between now and when I see you again. Again, showers and thunderstorms will be possible, but hang in there. Everything will be fine. And I will see you when I see you.
And if I don't see you here, I'll see you here.
Bye.
our show. We've had such fun, but now must go. Every moment's been a delight. Until next time we say good night. Feel the thunder.